Hello everyone, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Jets, and I'm here to talk about Week 13, where the Jets lose to the Philadelphia Eagles 33-18. Oh boy, this is probably going to be a one-taker, because if I'm being honest, this can all just be one linear timeline. Okay, so, with the Jets videos, I just talk in generality, and I'm going to kind of do that here, but to get the full effect, you kind of need to know what happened in order of it. So, we get the kickoff. Braxton Berrios, incredibly great return. 79 yards, sets us up super well. Jets move the ball super well. Zach Wilson with a dart to Elijah Moore, like 4 or 5 plays into the game, and the Jets take a 6-0 lead. We march out our new kicker for the extra point. We cut Matt Amendola, and we sent out Alex Kissman, excuse me, and he whiffed on the extra point. His first time touching a football field, and you whiffed it. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. And this was a great drive. It was short. He started at the 21, but an incredible play just to get us set up there by Braxton Berrios. He was great on returns all day long. And nice quick moving by the offense and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, easily his best game of his career to this point. After that, Jags marched down. They scored a touchdown, no problem. Gardner Minshew got the start today, and it was definitely the return of Minshew Mania, which, I gotta be honest, I can kind of take the loss because it is Minshew Mania coming back. I can live with that. That's okay. Then the Jets march down the field again. They score again. Awesome. Turn it back over to the Jags. They do the same thing. Turn it back over to the Jets. We march down and score again. Oh, I forgot to mention on the second score for the Jets, we missed another kick. First 2 extra point attempts, missed both of them. That is rough. He is not making it to the next week. Jets come back down for a third straight time and score a touchdown. The Jets offense was rolling, and it had to be because the Jags was too. And this is where the Jets offense stopped for the day. Now, I want to make this clear, right? Jets stop here on offense. Zach Wilson with another nice throw to get a touchdown to put us up 18-14 at that point. And the Jets offense stalled from this point on. That being said, in the second half, I'm not that mad because for the first 20 minutes of the second half, the Jets touched the ball twice. I keep wanting to call them the Jags because of Gardner Minshew. The Eagles were just taking these super, super long, incremental, just grind you down drives and destroying our defense, keeping our offense completely out of rhythm. Obviously, Zach Wilson looked worse in the second half, but, I mean, he didn't touch the ball enough to look good, if we're being honest. I don't really put that on him. And they completely stomped us in the second half. We looked terrible. The first half, our offense was rolling, and I think the offense was not the problem today. Zach Wilson played great. 23 of 38, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. The pick was a bad throw, but he was kind of having to force anything at that point. He wanted to play hero ball. I'm not too upset with it. And he had a rushing touchdown on the day. Zach Wilson was great today. The offense looked good again for the first 3 drives. It started to stall out after that. The defense, this was one of the worst defensive performances I've ever seen. We have given up a lot more points. Even this season, we've given up more points than this. But not in this fashion. Like, at least we've forced punts. We've gotten turnovers. The Eagles just every single drive marched down. How many times did the Eagles punt today? I'm going to find this out really quickly. They had one punt. We forced them to punt once. They scored on every drive other than that, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't believe they had any turnovers. I mean, they stomped all over us. Our defense looked horrific. We've had worse defensive performances points-wise. I defy you to tell me a game where we've looked worse defensively. I mean, they took us behind the woodshed. We couldn't stop anything. It was horrific on the defensive side of the ball. Zach Wilson played great. This is not on Zach Wilson at all. There was a great tweet on Twitter that was talking about Zach Wilson and said, if you're somehow stretching to put this game on Zach Wilson, just admit you don't like him. And that is perfectly said. Zach Wilson was awesome today. And this gives you so much hope with Zach. He improved vastly. This is why a lot of people last week said, hey, give him a break. He's kicking the rust off. He missed a month. Give him a break. I'm ecstatic after this game for Zach Wilson. And there were some Jets fans who were like, oh, aren't you jumping the gun a little bit? It's one game for Zach Wilson. I'm like, weren't you jumping the gun a little bit, giving up on a prospect after 6 full NFL games? Like, come on. The Jets fans that just relentlessly hate on this team will never be pleased. And I've seen them already flip-flopping of, like, the Last week it was Zach Wilson's a bust, move on from him, and now this week it's only one game. It's like, bruh, come on. Like, get out of here with this. It was just a horrific defensive performance today by the Jets. It was the worst. The refs were also terrible. Now, granted, this was not on the refs. The Jets did not lose this game because of ref ball. Do not take me... I'm not saying that by any means, but you can't look at this game and ignore the fact that the refs were, laughably atrocious. It was just a rough day for the New York Jets today. It sucks, right? Because the offense just clicked for the first half. We were just rolling. And then just completely fell apart. Bright sides. Elijah Moore is insane. 77 yards, a touchdown. He's awesome. I'm ecstatic to continue to watch him. He is a number one receiver through and through, forever and ever, amen. Zach Wilson had a great game. The offensive line looked pretty darn good. Bryce Hall had a nice game. I thought Bryce Hall was good today. Defensively, I thought he was basically the only player on the defense that looked solid. Defensive line today was garbage. We were just not getting pressure to Gardner Minshew. He was able to chew us up. Speaking of that, Philly got a quarterback controversy. I'd give it to the mustache man. Just saying. But the defense could not pressure them. Javelin Guidry got taken to the cleaners today. I don't know how, if you're Javelin Guidry, you don't retire after this game. And I'm barely speaking hyperbole. There were just so many horrific moments where he got blown up on today. It's a rough day for him. Along with that, CJ Mosley also had a terrible game. He was just rough. Man, this game just sucked. I had so much hope for that first half, and then just in the second. Let's take the positives. There was a lot of good from this game. And next week we get to face a completely battered Saints team who has been reeling since the loss of Jameis Winston. They once again come to MetLife. That is at 1 o'clock next Sunday. I'll be here after that, and I'll be here a few times with Rangers games between now and then. So, that is all I have to say for the video. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Jets.